Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. WGRD-FM Grand Rapids. 97.9 GRD.
Partly sunny, warmer today, 86 the high. About 60 downtown GR. How about the
baby giraffe?
new baby giraffe at Boulder Ridge? That thing, was it born? I think it was born yesterday. Or it must, maybe not yesterday. But it's already as tall as humans. Which makes sense. But it's still cool.
Wow.
I want to go in there. Like, I'm seeing all the reporters posting photos on Twitter where they're in there and it's running around behind them playing.
Well, we probably could.
That sucks.
Couldn't we?
Why don't we ever get invited to anything? It's like nobody takes us seriously.
I know it. We are filled with credibility.
I know. It's disgusting.
Well, we're filled with listeners. Who cares about credibility?
Yeah, that's true.
No one likes credibility.
Because we don't have check marks.
We don't need credibility. What news outlet in this town has credibility?
All of them.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's not true.
Yeah.
I know. It's not at all. But you know what? Let's just
moving along.
pretend time.
But what is this other story you stumbled onto?
This other story is a ZZM story. Can your neighbor videotape your property without your permission? A local mom raised her concern on a community Facebook page, which just that line made me think, I believe we should watch this. Mm-hmm. A local mom raised her concern on a community Facebook page about a neighbor's camera pointed towards her home.
Man.
So we went to the associate dean at Cooley Law School for answers.
So much drama goes down on the community watchdog pages.
My goodness. Yeah,
I will never leave the community watchdog page from the old community I was in, even if I find one for the new community I'm in.
It's one of my favorite things. Somebody posted the other day on the one that I'm on, complaining about how people who are running their sprinklers should adjust them so they don't hit the sidewalks, because everybody in the neighborhood walks on the sidewalks and they don't want to get wet while they're walking.
Boy, it is a real problem.
Yeah.
Well, if they were watering at the proper times of day, it wouldn't make any difference anyhow.
What time should you water, Hot Wings?
You should water in the evening.
Hey,
because that way it
doesn't evaporate right away.
It doesn't evaporate right away.
What if you have sandy soil?
Or you should do it very early in the morning. In fact, early in the morning is the best of the two. That's the best time to do it.
When I said what is the best time, why did you give me the second best time?
Yeah, my sprinkler guy said nighttime is bad for watering because the water sits on the grass so long it could develop fungus.
It could if it sits.
He
if it sits in a bad way.
He recommended morning, and
but morning is good because it sits on there.
I take his word.
It mimics dew that way, and then it burns off. But if you do it in the middle of the afternoon, that's the dumbest time to do it of all the times, because one, it's evaporating, but two, since the sun is out and blazing on the water droplets, it's scorching the grass.
Hot damn, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
it's
I
like
know.
little tiny magnifying glasses all over the little blades.
Can I ask
don't
you something?
do that. Yes.
Is it smarter to water it a lot in the morning or in the evening, despite the fears of mold? Or why don't we do it
Fungus.
Why don't we do it like the produce section at the grocery store does, where it's just like a little bit of mist but all day?
Because it needs to get to the roots, though. If it's always just misting, it would just evaporate.
I'll tell you what, mine runs for 112 minutes every other day.
You like that app, don't you?
112
It's the only way to control it.
That's pretty good.
Like if you go
You
to
don't have a thing on the wall?
yeah, there is, but it's just a box. It looks
What does
like
it say on the box? Get an app?
Yeah. No, you have to use the app to control it.
Oh, you can't control it without the app?
No, you look at it and it just
like
looks like a router.
You have
that's a bit
taken
strange.
you've gone head first, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You're the first one of us to
that is
own
pretty nice.
something where if you did not have your phone, it would just be
it wouldn't
that
work.
way.
Yeah. It's a robot.
What would you do? Go to the library and log in? Like, really, though? What if you don't have a phone?
It's actually it's a lot better than it used to be. When we were
No,
kind
it's
of,
running and it's raining. Run to the library to shut it off.
here's the thing that makes the app better than some of the alternatives that we've had in the past. I have an old stereo tuner that a lot of the functions you could only access through the remote, and I lost the remote. At least a phone, you lose your phone, you can download a new app and get to your
or
sprinklers.
go to the website or something.
Yeah, but
yeah,
it's still a little weird. It's still,
Well,
I'm
plus
so
the
used to
app-
just walking up but I mean, you
the
get
app
used to
looks
using
at the
an
weather
app.
forecast too, and it sees, it's going to rain in 6 hours. I'm not going to waste the money. I'm not going to waste the water. watering your grass.
Okay, that's pretty sweet.
It's great.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
I like that. That's really good.
Because after today, I think it's going to run, or it's going to run tomorrow morning. And then after tomorrow morning, it's not going to run for almost a week. Because as of right now, there's like 4 days of rain in the weather forecast.
How did we get into this?
Because
We were talking about local moms and community Facebook
You talked
page.
about people not watering sidewalks.
That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
anyway,
like when we
back
have
to
to
this-
rewind.
I was
Back
like,
to
what?
this, because the real story we want to talk about is this person who's pointing a camera at the neighbor's house, which
Yes.
does, at first glance to me, feels completely inappropriate.
It's creepy, but I think it's legal.
Yes.
I think it, I mean, it's no different than
That's
any
my
other
guess.
public area. You can sit on your own front porch and look across at your neighbor's house all day long if you want to.
Yeah.
So why can't you point a camera there?
You definitely can.
And it's out in the open.
Oh,
Steve,
the cord
would you
is
plug
out.
the cord in?
Oh, my.
do that. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
sun's out, cord's out.
We told you yesterday, Grand Rapids police are asking people to register their security cameras with the city. Officers say that'll help them quickly obtain footage to help them solve crimes.
Oh, really?
But
Okay,
That sounds
yeah.
like some sort of information.
Yeah, I don't know about
harvest.
that. I'm not
No,
sure I
I
want to be
read
part
that
of Big Brother.
Because they won't have access to the data.
Yeah.
It'll simply be they're registered, and then if a crime happens that area, they don't have to go door to door and go, do you have a security camera? Do you have a security camera? They would be registered, so they go, okay, well, we can talk to this person, this person, this person.
Or
And
it
it
lets
saves them
them know
time.
where they need to be careful when they're doing illegal activities.
I don't think that's the
I'll bet that's it.
theory of the Grand Rapids
Yeah,
Police.
There is
Well, no,
something
yeah.
bad going on with this. I'm telling you, it's going to be illegal police activity or Big Brother.
yeah.
It could also just be a way to help solve crimes.
Or bad guys will
That's
figure out
not
a
fun.
figure out a way to access the database, and then they'll know.
Yeah.
I'll bet that would happen.
I bet it would.
aren't popular with everyone, especially neighbors who have absolutely no desire to be recorded. So can your neighbor videotape your side of the property without your permission? 13 on your side, Shanna Grove is here now to verify. Shanna.
Hey Nick, a local mom raised the concern on a community Facebook page about a neighbor's camera pointed toward her home, and it received hundreds of comments. So we took the question to the associate dean at Cooley Law School to find out. These days, no matter where you go or what you do,
Wait a minute.
What did I just see?
I didn't know we had a skateboarding robot in Grand Rapids.
Yeah, a member of Daft Punk just rode by on a shortboard.
I believe that you just saw the focus of the story change from cameras in public.
Is that
to
going to be the professor?
Oh, it better be. Yeah,
Oh,
because
I
he's the
hope so.
he's like the techie guy.
no matter where you go or what you do.
Wait, what is on his crotch?
Oh, it's just a cod piece, and that's where the gun comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve, what do you mean? What's on his crotch?
Or
Yeah.
What is
you
that?
do. There might be an eye in the
I
sky.
don't
Question to
know.
the associate
I need to
dean
see
at
it
Cooley
again.
Law School
I
to
assume
find
it's.
out. These days, no matter where you go,
All right, what is that?
Yeah, he's wearing a shirt and tie. He has knee pads on, elbow pads, a backpack, a helmet.
I'm 1 inch from the television. I can't tell.
I think you'd be less likely to tell 1 inch from the television.
or what you do, there
No.
might be an eye in the sky
It's a mystery.
watching you.
I don't
Strangest thing ever.
I don't know. It kind of looks like he has a box of tissues coming out of his pants.
It's something, and it's not right.
No, it's not. Well,
What
I mean, what
about
would you
your own
expect out
home?
of a dildo who rides a skateboard wearing a full face helmet?
I wonder if he's been
That was an
reported on a
electric
community
skateboard too,
Facebook
right?
page.
That was definitely an electric
Yeah.
skateboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Very recently,
Can you imagine him trying to kick his foot?
be an eye in the sky watching you. What about your own home? Mary recently posted the question, can my neighbor videotape my side of the property without my permission? Raising concern
Yes.
over a camera pointed at her front porch and living room window.
We have very clear laws against stalking, surveillance, harassment, especially when it has to do with peering into a neighbor's private places.
Such as a bedroom or a bathroom. A situation like this
Often has to do with the motive or intent of the one doing the recording. They may be innocently just surveilling their own, as a security measure, their own front porch, but happen to catch what's going on in the background.
I think you
That's
start at the name and work backwards from there.
Yeah, you always do. Yeah.
Is it the Peeper residence?
Yeah. Is it Chester Peeper?
Yeah. I mean, then,
Yeah.
well, motive is clear.
case.
It's very likely not an invasion of privacy.
If the motive is more malicious...
What if it was his house pointing the cameras? He's like, there's clearly nothing going on here. Right?
No.
Yeah.
To capture, record, and maybe even post, social media or otherwise, images from the neighbor's home, it could be a problem.
We can verify. Can your neighbor videotape your side of the property without your permission?
Only if it's observing public spaces. That would be the clearest answer.
Right.
And that would include a front porch, perhaps the front of the home, but would not include peering in through windows.
Well, right. I mean, okay, so I can put a camera on my house and point it wherever I want, but I cannot take my camera and put it into their window.
But what if you're
Okay, all right.
pointing it just at the side, like from the side view, and it captures part of their house where you would be able to see something in their home?
Well, then, as the person inside the home, if you're in an area where you want a certain amount of privacy, put up curtains, like
What
a
if you
bathroom
don't like
or
curtains?
something. Hey, I mean, well, then you're gonna.
So it's your
then
fault?
you're gonna. Yeah.
Are you victim blaming?
It is. It is.
I don't know. I didn't know that people who peered into windows were the heroes in this tale.
I wouldn't describe it as hero, and I wouldn't say that somebody should be able to come onto your property to look into your windows. That would be a peeping Tom. But if
So
they're
do it from the street is what Hot Wings says.
if they're across the street, if they're on their own property, and they're
peeping from across the street.
that's why most people have curtains, blinds, and shades. It's just
Keep
because
the sun out. I didn't know it was to.
I would say it serves a dual function.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason.
We don't get a lot of sun in our north-facing bathroom.
Yeah, I don't have.
But I still put the shade down so people don't see me in the window standing to pee.
Yeah.
Are your neighbors creeps? Are they looking in your window? Are they trying to see your family pee? I would call the cops.
They
If
might.
they happen to look in the window and see me with the shade open, they might think I am a creep who's trying to flash my crank.
God, you sinful, sick bastards. A whole neighborhood of Sodom and Gomorrhites.
Well, if you are so
I don't know if that's what they were called. Sodomites. Oh, you guys are sodomites.
Yeah, if you're so for
Anyway.
that's the school nickname at Byron Center.
Gomorrites.
Yeah. Let me ask
Why
you.
did you darken the windows on your van?
Oh, so I could creep on people without them knowing I'm there.
There we go.
Yeah.
And done.
Yeah.